Hello everyone. This past weekend I went to the gun show at the Charlotte Metrolina Expo Center, and it was a Dixie Gun and Knife show, and usually they have really good shows. There's about 3 different shows in Charlotte, or shows in Charlotte that are done at 3 different venues, and the one at the Metrolina tends to be the largest. And also Dixie Gun and Knife shows does one show out in the Raleigh Fairgrounds that tends to be larger than the other show that's the show that's held by the different company out there. So the Dixie Gun and Knife shows, I like them. I have a tendency to go to those. I know they have one in other parts of the state, but Raleigh and Charlotte are the 2 that I will go to because they are the closest. Usually when I go to a gun show, it's because I have something in mind that I want to get. This time there wasn't. I didn't go with an agenda. I didn't go with like a list of things that I needed or wanted to get, except for these 2 magazines. And these 2 magazines aren't even for me. My good buddy Grubkat, who I'll have a link to his channel in the description box, he asked me if I could look for some metal AK mags and then you know, pick them up for him, and he would pay me back for them. These are Korean manufactured. These are mil-spec AK magazines, 30 rounders, as you can see. They are actually really nice. The followers are smooth. There's no grit. No dirty feeling to them. They feel solid. There's no, you know, nothing moving around in there. And these were 12 bucks a piece. That was tax included. So I should have gotten a couple for myself. I don't know what I was thinking, but I mean, I've got I think enough AK mags, but you know, I probably want a couple more. So these were the only things I really had any plan or intention of getting. But that was because that was for Grubkat. The other items I got because either I realized I needed it or because I really wanted it. And that's kind of how that happened. The first item here, one of the smaller items, is an Uplula loader. And these actually are really, really great. They work really well. You know, a lot better than the loaders that come with the Springfield XD series and of course the Glocks. And they work fine too, but these are just a lot smoother. And this was like 25 bucks, I think it was, which is a cheap. Usually you see them for like 30, 35. So I got one of these, and I've already actually used them to load these magazines. These magazines go to this pistol right here. This pistol is a Browning High Power. Now, you probably noticed that it's not either that blue, that high polished blue, or that black matte finish, and I'll do a video on this later, probably the next video I do, but it came with 1 magazine. I don't think it's a factory magazine, but it does have that kind of phosphate finish, but there are no markings on it, and no, it didn't come with the ammo. I bought 2 boxes of the PMC bronze 9mm, and I went to a Big Daddy Hoffman 1911s recently and shot it. So this is one of the boxes of the PMC bronze. Right now all have our shell casings in there. And I bought these 2 extra magazines. They were 20 bucks each. They're not marked, they are aftermarket, but they do work. So I was actually kind of pleased with that. It's a 9mm Browning, it's not a 40. And there's some interesting modifications to it that I'll also get into in a future video. Another thing you see is the Heritage Manufacturing. This is the single action, this is 22 long rifle, and it comes with the 22 Magnum cylinder. Actually, the 22 Magnum is in there. You can tell because there are no flutes in the cylinder, whereas the 22 long rifle does have the flutes at the end of the cylinder. So that's how you can tell the difference between the 2. And of course, I got a couple boxes of 22 Magnum. As you can see, I've shot a few of them already. And I'll have that in a video coming up. It does come with a lock. Of course, your paperwork, which I took out because you didn't really need to see that. So I got really great prices on all of these items. It was kind of the thing where, like, look, if you let me buy it for this, I'll buy it. And it's like, okay. So it's like, oh, all right. One of the items, I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the High Power. Really wasn't expecting to go down as far as much as he did, but he did. The last item I'm going to show you is this. This is just like a field pack. It's not a Maxpedition. Oops, not a Maxpedition. Not because I don't want a Maxpedition or anything like that, but nobody had Maxpedition packs. So I looked this over, and it's a really nice pack. And this first aid kit was also an extra thing I bought. Didn't come with it. And then, you know, they use Molly straps, as you can see here. I just put it on there to see if it could fit. So this is a, you know, a nice little pack that you could take camping or hunting, or just, you know, if you need to carry stuff around at a gun show. Comes in handy for that also. So this was, I think the pack was 45, and the first aid kit was like 15, something like that. So I think I made out all right. It was 60 bucks for both. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I also got some items for my 10,000 subscriber giveaway contest, and that will also be coming up shortly. So thanks for watching. If you have an opportunity to go to a gun show, even if you don't intend to buy anything, I just like hanging out and looking at the guns. And let me tell you something. People at gun shows, at least the ones that I go to, tend to be very, very nice and very, very cordial. The Metrolina, the air conditioning system was not turned on at all, and it was at least 70, 75 degrees outside that day. It's a little unseasonably warm, but it was cooking inside of those buildings. And of course it was very, very, very crowded. The place was packed. We're shoved in there like cattle. And you know, you're constantly bumping into people, you know, getting in their way, trying to get around people. And you know, everybody was polite. They said, "Excuse me, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump you." He said, "No problem, man. Never a problem." Nobody got upset, nobody got angry. So, you know, people that own guns tend to be very, very nice, pleasant, well-mannered people. And you know, just goes to show that gun people aren't crazy, and they're not mean, and they're not mad people at all. So thanks for watching, and if you get an opportunity to go to a gun show, I highly recommend it. They're just kind of fun to go to. I would have taken my kids this time, but they were both sick. They're just getting over the flu. So once again, thanks for watching, and take care.